Hi, I'm Carmen, the founder of Bijut Collection permanent jewelry in San Diego. I've been specializing in permanent jewelry for the last 2 years, and I really wanted to talk about permanent jewelry trends that we're currently seeing evolving. Permanent jewelry has changed so much over the past few years. It's no longer just about a simple chain that you add on your wrist or your ankle. It's about creating pieces that feel intentional, customizable, and specifically made for you. So these are a few of the permanent jewelry trends that we're currently seeing grow. One trend we're seeing right now in permanent jewelry is half and half chains, where customers are not just picking one style of a chain for their bracelet, for example. And this trend is evolving beyond just two chains. Instead of choosing just one chain, customers are starting to mix textures, shapes, and even colors to create something that feels more personal and visually interesting. And the result is a piece that is completely custom to the customer and not just a piece that they pick up off the shelf. Another major trend that we're seeing is charm stacking, or as I like to call them, collectors. Instead of adding just one charm to a piece, customers are starting to build out collections of charms that represent different moments in their lives. And each charm holds its own meaning. It could represent a relationship, a personal milestone, a trip, a zodiac sign, or even just a symbol that feels aligned with who they are. What makes this trend really special is that the jewelry evolves over time. Customers can keep adding charms as their life changes, so the piece becomes more than just an accessory. It turns into something that feels like a wearable timeline where each charm represents a part of their story. And I think that's why permanent jewelry has evolved and grown so much, because people are choosing pieces that mean something to them versus just wearing it for the style. Next up is one of my favorite pieces, which is a belly chain that can be worn in multiple ways. This idea of versatility is becoming a really important factor in how customers choose their jewelry. People want pieces that can adapt to different looks, occasions, and even seasons. So instead of buying multiple pieces, we're seeing a lot of interest in one chain that can be worn multiple ways. And for example, the same chain can be used as a multiple layered bracelet, a necklace, even an anklet. And one of my personal favorite styles to wear a belly chain is also clipping it on your bikini. This adds a really unique styling element that you don't typically see. What makes this trend so strong is that customers feel like they're getting more value out of one piece while still keeping their jewelry minimal and wearable. It's really a shift away from owning more and more toward owning smarter, more versatile pieces that can evolve with your style. Another fun trend that has been around is hand chains, but with a twist. Hand chains themselves are becoming popular again, but now with a more elevated and versatile design. Instead of using a traditional chain bracelet, some styles feature a solid bangle at the base with a chain connecting from the bangle to the finger. What makes this design really interesting is the contrast. It feels both structured and fluid at the same time. It also opens up room for customization because the chain connecting the hand can be chosen to match the rest of the jewelry, whether that's something more delicate or more textured. Overall, it's another example of how permanent jewelry is evolving towards more intentional design and flexibility while still keeping the pieces minimal, wearable, and elevated for everyday use. Last but not least, permanent jewelry toe rings. Toe rings have always been popular in summer beachy fashion, but right now, permanent jewelry has added another layer of comfort and versatility when it comes to toe rings. Because permanent jewelry chains are so lightweight and flexible, they actually feel more comfortable than traditional toe rings, which can sometimes feel rigid or tight. That makes them really easy to wear every day without getting in the way. Some customers prefer very minimal styles like a single thin chain, while others like to stack two or three toe rings together to create a more styled look. This trend is especially popular in coastal cities or vacation destinations where people are wearing sandals, going to the beach, or simply styling their jewelry with swimwear. It's another example of how permanent jewelry is expanding beyond just bracelets and becoming more of a full body jewelry experience. So overall, we're seeing permanent jewelry becoming a very versatile and more intentional and customizable experience for our customers. I hope this gave you a little bit of an idea of where permanent jewelry is heading and how people are starting to design their pieces a lot more creatively. And if you want to keep learning more about permanent jewelry, make sure you follow Bay and Stu for more tips and inspiration.